Welcome in, everybody. It is episode 205 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons fan cast, coming to you on a very, eh, I mean, we got to recap this game that probably just cost us a playoff chance, but we're going to talk about it. But first of all, man, Happy New Year's to everybody out there. It is New Year's Eve. It's 6 o'clock. It's a weird time. People are probably coming home from work, probably eating dinner. Who knows what? So I don't know how many folks we're having here in the live, but it's the time that we had to get in here to do it. And it is the next to last show, so we had to go ahead and take care of it. So, Mr. Mike Cottrell, looking very, very in the moment, very New Year's Eve-ish, buddy.
6 p.m. People just having that first drink. This one you just have this one you just crack open. Like, you know what? I'm gonna start now, right? You start now, and then what you got to realize is every year by 10 p.m. you've already had too much to drink and 2 hours left. You know what I mean? So, but hey, let's have some fun tonight. It's the second to last show. I'm feeling great. It's a good. I love the holidays, man. Man, I already feel electric and juiced. But around the holidays, I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, baby. I feel like, oh, man, I could got a sleigh. I just be juiced. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good, even though we lost. I did notice some good things.
Yeah, there's some good things. And it's obviously some bad things that we'll get into. But hey, man, like I said, if you're here, welcome in. Hey, if you're brand new, I'm sorry you found us right now because we're about to call it a day on the show, at least for a while. You know, so it's not. We like we said on the last show, it's never say never type of thing, right? So, I mean, there's a chance we could come back next season. It just depends on a lot of different things going on. That's in our lives. We have another channel we're working on, has nothing to do with football or anything else. So it's going to be. We'll let y'all know when we do that. We'll still the channel's still going to be alive, so we'll still drop things occasionally. We'll still keep the Twitter account open, the Instagram, that TikTok, all that stuff. So if you don't have to unsubscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you're still welcome to subscribe. We're not going like cutting it off and like getting rid of it. It's just, again, taking like an indefinite break for a while. So anywho, like I said, man, you can email us atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. Also, if you
John has muted himself.
It does the show without them.
You just did it again. I can't hear anything you're saying, so it might be me.
No, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I have to. If I touch this, it just shut off again. So 5 starting off awesome. All right. First of all, man, Bradley, what's up, buddy?
Double B Rod. Word is Raheem still has the timeout in his pocket. Oh man. It must be stuck. I think it must be stuck. It must be sewn to the pocket.
Yeah. We're gonna trust me, we're gonna get
it today.
Oh yeah. All right. So email we got, man, from Erica. Much appreciated, Erica. She said,
Erica, what up?
First of all, I cannot believe you guys are stopping the podcast. I didn't find you until about a year ago, and you've become my favorite Falcons pod. It's always entertaining, even when we haven't been doing too well, which has been sadly a lot over the last few years. Actually, yes, since we started this podcast. I mean, and I'm not going to take any blame for it because we started like 5 games into the Arthur Smith era. So it wasn't us. It's just, just happened to be the timing. She said, I always look forward to it every week. Definitely makes my work commute go by a lot quicker. I have a few questions for y'all I would love for you to answer before you go. This is funny. She said, this is for each of you to answer about one another. She said, I know some creators, not necessarily Falcons creators, but just creators in general, create characters or maybe not, or maybe embellish the personalities. John, is Mike really what we see and hear on the screen or on the show? And same for you, Mike. Are we seeing the real John? If not, what are we missing? So, Mike, you want to take that first, or do you want me to take it first?
Yeah, I'll take it first. John is John. I'm gonna be honest. I would only do this shit like so, man. So I've spoken this a few times, and I said this, and I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings or try to be rude, but I wouldn't do this show with anyone else. So I just wouldn't. And the reason for that is because John is the real version of himself, like as I know in person, like on the podcast. And I don't feel like a lot of people do that, like on like the socials, period. Like it be people who you know in real life, and they be a whole like, oh, you you just was telling me something different than you just said, and or like it's just nuts, and that make it feel nuts. Like that, I know this person for real, and they are totally being a character. And if John was that type of person, I wouldn't even want to do the show. But uh, the cool part about the show is you overhear me and my brother's private conversation, but that's all it is. Like he's really talking like he would it, like if I was, and we talk now we like watch it a little bit because we can't curse and say a whole bunch of things that we would in private, but it's the same banter, it's the same conversation, it's the same person, so same exact person.
Yeah, what Mike said, absolutely. I wouldn't have done it without him. I would have started this podcast. This was our idea together. It wasn't like I came up with it, and it was just, he came up with the name, everything. And yeah, I mean, we definitely couldn't be like 100% us, because we would have been canceled or demonetized long ago. But yeah, you're getting, and for Mike, you're getting 99% of what Mike is.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, he Mike's been through some stuff, and he's came on the show in a bad place personally, and you wouldn't have known it.
You never know.
So he's, I don't know how he did it, but he did a phenomenal job doing it, and I've told him that, and he knows that. So yeah, you're seeing, Mike is like no other person I've ever met. He is like the most unique person I've ever met. One of my closest friends, family brothers. That's what I mean. That's for real. Like, we don't put that on. That's the actual truth. As different as we may seem, as different as our lives may seem, that's just the way it is, man. That's just but when we met, in 2010 or 9, whatever the hell it was, that's how it's been ever since. So I mean, like, that's just legit. But no, you're seeing what you see on the screen is Mike. That's 99%. That probably goes for both of us. I mean, there's probably a little bit we're leaving off, but that's okay.
Like, there's some stuff that it's very, very, very important to me to have a private life, to have some stuff that is just private. And so it'll always be that part. And I'm very transparent. Like, I tell you damn near anything, but it will be a percentage that just to be appropriate and to have some things that mean something to me. I don't share everything, because some things, like, I enjoy. I don't have my phone out all the time. I'm there, and the more I don't enjoy, so I have private things as well. But look, same way with John, we 99.9. I mean, but this is us. It's just us.
100%. She said also, do y'all have a favorite moment on the pod since you started it? Like a single one. I don't know if anything. I mean, the 100th show was really cool.
The 100th show was very cool,
because we had so many guests. Literally, like, it was a 3-hour show. We had like a ton of folks come through. So much creators, friends of the show. I mean,
everyone came through for 100. So
100
was pretty special.
When we had the Bless Your Heart Boys on, that was the same night Arthur was fired, and that was probably our most watched show. We had over 1,000 people between Twitter and because everybody wanted to see it between Twitter and YouTube. So that was pretty wild. What would it take for you guys to keep it going? We don't want to see you go. For this to balloon to a.
So my favorite part of the show.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Without fail, and if I had to pick one in the history of the show, is it's hilarious, but I can say it now because the show is ending. But sometimes when people come on the show, like I don't know if it'll blend, because I'll be like, man, this person is too appropriate, or they like too calm, or reserved, or so I'd be thinking like, damn, I don't know if this is gonna go, because I'll have a game ready or something. Like, I don't even know if this person will feel comfortable even answering these type of questions, right? And I always think the coolest part of the show is to get them out of there, to get them to have fun and to be childish. And I can do it pretty well, but and it's always fun because you see them in rare form, and you never see them that way on their own show or on the other platforms. You get to see them in rare form, like having fun and like really laughing and being silly. And I was like, and I always be in awe at the end of that, like, damn, that went good. I do that 100% of the time. Look, tell John, John will tell you at the end of every show, 100% of the time, I say, man, that was a good one. That went well.
Every time.
Every single time, I think it went well. So I just think that's cool.
Yeah, no, I agree, dude. I agree. There's been a few. I mean, like, and I mean, Aaron Freeman, man. Like, we were scared to have Aaron on. Not scared like we were intimidated. It was just like, man, Aaron's he's been doing this a long time. He's a lot, probably just more polished and better than we are. Like, and the first time went great, and he loosened up, and it was then we had him back on, and it's just, he's awesome, man. He's been an awesome guest, and all of our guests we've had have been awesome. But
no, shout out to Freeman.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and she said, what would it take for you to keep it going? For this to balloon to about 100,000 subscribers in the next few weeks? No. Honestly, it's not. There's nothing that we, like we said before. I don't know if you missed it or not, Erica, but like our lives are like just busy as hell right now, and it's just in the pod itself. We haven't been able to put the time that we wanted into it this season. I haven't been able to do the 22 videos. I haven't been able to do nearly the stuff I want to do. Neither is Mike, and it's nothing. Nope. It's just the result of our work schedules and families and stuff like that, family obligations, and then the thing that we're going to do next requires, honestly, this will make sense whenever we get to it, but it's a lot less time of ours, and we can still put out more content. I know that makes no sense, but it will once we finally get this channel going. But and it's just a saturated thing, man. Like, there's a ton of Falcons content creators out there. So we kind of plateaued again because we couldn't put in the time we wanted. And, it's all good. It's no problem. Like, it was totally fine. Like, Mike and I told ourselves we'd keep this going as long as it kept growing. And it was growing. And then it's kind of just plateaued. Again, I don't know if it's YouTube algorithm, if what it is. Us trying to toe the line of being a YouTube show and being a podcast, that translates well over the audio airway, all the airwaves. So all those things kind of contributed to it. But either way, we do it. We really appreciate it, though, regardless.
Yeah. Look, and the simple truth is that we discuss a lot of things that we can do together that we think we would be good at. And there's a few of them that would take less time and produce more content and could produce way more views and way more money and just the whole gang of opportunities and things that spin off that. It could be a whole different podcast. So, but this was just one of the ideas that we wanted to try, and it went well. I love y'all. I don't want y'all to be set like it. This went well. It went so well that
absolutely.
What we should do next. And then we thought of something different. But just know that there will be no Falcon Nation or anything without me and John. So we will feel free to pop in if something happen. I'll do Biscuits picks, or we'll jump in with a skit, or we might do a pop-up show. We will be like so annoying. You remember when Jordan, when and like Aaron Rodgers, we and Brett Favre. Oh, that's gonna be us. And like Jay-Z, Young, put us in that group. We will come back just for no reason. We will come out the blue if we feel like it's necessary. If you throw the bat signal, your boys will be back. But what we're saying is, just for right now, at the end of the season, we would like to stop doing this and then focus on that other thing. And really put our energy into that and give that a shot. And then maybe touch this if we got time and we got some extra time later.
Yeah, don't be surprised if after the draft or before the draft we put out a show where we go on a show with some friends of ours. We may do we've done that's been a really cool moment too. Actually, when she asked about the favorite moment, like doing the live stream for the drafts, those are really fun because we're normally with Pound for Pound and with Damsky and our Savion. Aaron even joined us last year. Like those are fun. So we may pop up for that. May do different shows here or there.
Subscribe. Shame on you.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. And then she said, finally, is Michael Penix our guy? Have you guys seen enough? All love to you guys, and I'll be subscribing to whatever you do next, Erica. We much appreciate the email, Erica. Thank you so much for taking time to do that. Mike, have you seen enough of Michael Penix? Are you convinced he's the guy?
Yes. I think that in any other way, I would have been really disappointed with the outcome of the game. Just because it was probably the playoff shit. But just what I've seen from him in 2 games wasn't enough that I say, oh, he's like the next uh great that we have. But he is the next candidate to be franchise quarterback that you put out there permanently and you let him go of it and you base it around him. That's uh I've that dude is so calm, is so poised. He makes great choices. He can make every throw. He got a rocket launcher. He can take off. He's smart. I see why. I could see in 2 games all the things that that like Zach and them, like we gotta have him for specific reasons. For I was like, man, what can he do that can't everybody else do? And you see it like that for a rookie. And look, and I just wanted to say this. Here's the difference for those who can't see it. If you watch Bryce Young, you can visibly see his excitedness. He's bouncing. His hands are shaking. He's rocking the ball. He's like you can see him bubbling as a rookie. Man, Penix is like the chillest. It looked like his like inner voice is like, "Hi, no, he's not open. Let me see. He not open. We okay. Him." Like it's just he just walked back up to the line and to see that as a rookie is really something else. And I think he don't panic. And he believe in his arm, so he gonna hang it out there. I see, which I kind of like that. Even though he gonna put it in danger sometimes, he can make a few of those throws, and he gonna get better and better and better. I think he excites the team. He leads the team. He's big as hell. That's my next franchise quarterback. I've seen enough.
Yeah, man, I'll be positive and say, yeah, I think so too. Just like I said before on the show, like he's played a lot of football, smart kid. You saw him in game 1 go through his progressions, baiting safeties with his eyes, stuff that's, you wanted to see the last few years from the guys we had here, and we just didn't, on a consistent basis. And yeah, he missed some throws this week. That's not surprising. I mean, like it's, his first 2 weeks with the ones, they got to develop that chemistry. And once they do, then yeah, it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong, man. But it was, yeah, I'm down, man. He's look, that throw he made to Pitts in the end zone, 4th and 11. I don't know how many quarterbacks in the league now could have done that. Like if you watch it from the end zone view, like it's a damn laser. And thank God Pitts caught it. But yeah, but yeah. So I mean,
it's just something about the way because he throw left. It just looks smooth. He remind me of it was like a football Clyde Drexler. Like, young, you are too smooth, bro. Like he just looked smooth when he throw that ball, man. It just looked like it's a rocket launcher going off.
Yeah, it's such a quick release too.
Yeah,
like just boom and it's gone. Like it's that's tough for pass rushers too to take advantage of.
Yeah, I want to throw this in there. I'm gonna tell you what he proved to me. He threw an interception to start the game.
Yeah.
And man, as a quarterback, when you throw an interception and the dude is like running it back, we don't even fault you for sliding down or getting out the way. Oh no, not Michael Penix.
He blew him up.
Michael Penix came and he looked like he was personally mad at the man for getting the interception, and he took it out on him. He came and drilled the man. And I realized, I was like, was that the quarterback? And that was him. He came and drilled. So go catch the man after you throw the interception. That was a spirit play. So that was dope.
That was awesome.
Chris, what up?
Yep. Tip, what's going on, Chris? Good to see you, brother. And make sure y'all following Chris, man. He's another great content creator. Falcons, Braves, Hawks, you name it, man. Him and Smitty doing their thing, and Berto, huh?
Yeah, he keep me up on all the Hawks. If it wasn't for Chris, I wouldn't know anything was doing the Hawks. I just always pay attention to it. Crown, what up?
What's going on, Kevo, man? Make sure y'all follow Kevo too. He was awesome on the show last week.
Yeah,
Happy New Year's, brother.
I gotta go watch that back. We had a blast.
Man, that was awesome.
New Year's, Kevo.
Yeah, that was fantastic show with him. What's going on?
That boy Fadeaway said, "What up, fellas? Congrats on an awesome run. Thank you, buddy. Always appreciated you and your work, as well as the quality content you put out. Thank you, buddy. Best of luck in your next adventure. We appreciate that, man.
Man. Darren does a fantastic job, man. Darren, it's basically West Coast basketball, everything. But part of Variety Sports Network. We shout out to Variety Sports too, because they came around and they scooped us up
Yep.
not long after we started, really, and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing when it came to YouTube. So we all of a sudden we had access to StreamYard, and we were able to have a more creative viewing experience, I guess you could say. But Darren was one of the guys we met there, and I've done a few shows with him for Seventh Inning Stretch and Talking the Gridiron, and we'll still do some more. Like I said, we're not going away. We'll still do more with them, but just awesome dudes, man. So make sure you follow those guys, or at least check out the show. Smitty, speaking of that, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, buddy.
And again, man, make sure y'all following Smitty and Berto and Chris, man. All the guys that give you great content.
Kevo said, "Hey fellas, assuming that Kyle gets his 50 option, what kind of weapon would you add to the offense?" Dog, I'm gonna be honest. I said this on the previous show. If we got one like badass receiver,
Burner type of guy,
what it would do is so much greater than his acquisition. Whoever it is, it would be so much greater than him. Because if you put him on it and he's dominant, who the fuck are you gonna check? I mean, that is you can. It's nothing you can do if you add one more. Because you got Drake, you got whoever he is, you got Kyle, you got Ray, you got Darnell, you got Bijan, you got Tyler. Like that is like when the superheroes merge as one. Like
Captain Planet right there.
Like, bro, that's like so. But I just think you need that one over there. That's that they gotta pay attention to. I'm talking about he's almost like equal to Drake or greater than Drake, like the star wide receiver. If you got a star wide receiver on this team, it's over.
Yeah, that'd be the same. I'm not necessarily like I'm fine with Drake being your one if you want to call him that. We just need somebody who can like legit burn anybody on the defense. That they have to really. They have to have a safety over top. They got to always prepare for that guy going deep. That's what I would like. And we don't. I mean, Ray's a fast dude, but they haven't used him like that really. Darnell haven't really used him like that. I mean, be honest with you, until Michael came in. I mean, Cousin wasn't throwing anything deep, so we really don't even know, man. That wasn't even really part of the offense. So I mean, once he's more entrenched in the offense with the guys we have, we'll see. But yeah, I would love to add some kind of like deep threat, like legit deep threat type of guy.
Smitty said Falcons have a star, Michael Penix. Just keep good offensive talent around him. Yes, I'm gonna tell you what is the most impressive thing. It was poison and all that, but it was one thing that I noticed that I said. He can do that better than almost anyone in the league. Dog, he can throw. I know this won't make any sense, but if you saw the game, then it might. He can throw from any contortion.
Yeah.
And shit is almost impossible to do. Patrick is great at it, but I'm talking about if you going to the right, but you turning left and it's a person on your back, like, can you still throw like he can throw from any bending play, like Gumby. That's his new nickname, Gumby. Just a tall, big, like Gumby, that he can throw from like any bending point. It was times he was contorted like in a crazy way to where he could get injured or he should like tip over. And he made an accurate throw. So he's a big guy, and he's gonna be successful, man.
Dude, that roughing the passer on Dante Fowler, like how he got that ball off.
I mean, that's a big man.
As fast as he could, he could hit the head. I mean, like I don't know, maybe 6'3", maybe. I don't even know. I'll have to look it up. Something like that.
He's a man. He looked 6'6".
I mean, I could be wrong, man. I don't know. It's let's see, he is 6'2", 216.
Even short, yeah. Okay, so Penix.
A little bit taller than Vic was.
Bebo said,
"What's up, Bebo?
Happy New Year."
Happy New Year, brother.
So, hold on.
Oh yeah, man. Cass, what's going on, man? Happy New Year, brother. JT, what's up, buddy? Happy New Year. What's going on, Nando? Good to see you, dude. Wish Rondell. Yeah, dude, that's a good point. Yeah, Rondell got hurt early, and we never saw him. That would have been because he could have done so many things. Yeah, Chris, man, if we had I mean, he could have been a threat out of the backfield. Somebody could take the top off. All that stuff, man, would have been amazing. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, exactly. Jake. Shortstop throws. Yeah, dude. I mean, off the back leg, like Micah said, bent over different ways, throwing the ball. It's fantastic. Debo C, Rondell with Drake and Darnell. Yeah, dude. We'll see. Maybe he comes back and that happens. Hopefully. What's up, brother? Good New Year, man. Happy New Year. Good New Year. Good Lord. All right, man. Mike had to step away for a second, so I'm just going to run with this. So talking about the first half, started off well. Penix, like Mike said, the first, in the first drive, that was an interception. Hilariously, I mean, not hilariously, but Chris Blair runs the wrong route and then gets taken out of the game, doesn't come back in the game again. But that led to the interception, unfortunately. What was crazy to me was we didn't see Ray. I mean, I know they said it was a team decision not to play Ray, and they played Cardell Hodge instead, which, I mean, sure, I guess they know better than me, but I mean, Ray is one of the guys that Penix has a really good connection with. So, I mean, I probably would have stuck with Ray in that situation, but hey, that's all right. But he did come in later in the game. I think he only had one target though after that. But it was just wasn't a great first offensive, drive or first offensive. Basically, the first half. Other than obviously we were up 17-7, but man, like Penix missed a couple of throws. We had Bijan that was going down the sideline. There's a couple of ones you want to see him just put, like they said on the broadcast. You heard Consworth say, man, just a little bit more air under it would have been perfect, whether it was to Bijan or I think to Drake as well. Missed him on one. And that's stuff that we talked about. Like he's going to get, better at those things as he goes along, and as he gets better, as he gets more time with these guys. Because right now, like I said, he's only had a couple of weeks with the ones, so you don't expect him really to just be spot on with everybody. Drake, just looking at the stats, Drake had 13 targets, I think it was. Yeah, 13 targets, 7 receptions, 106 yards, and Biscuit is pissed off at somebody. I'm not sure who he's pissed off. Man, what's Biscuit pissed off about?
I don't know, man. No, I had like a knock at the door.
It's okay.
Yeah. I don't know. How did the screen go so
Oh, that's so good. I was just talking about the what you're talking about, the first drive and the interception and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now Chris Blair ran the wrong route, then got pulled out of the game after that.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know, dude.
Penix was mad as shit. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Yeah.
But dude, did you see? I was just saying, like Ray. I guess they started
Stop, Biscuit. Stop. Go ahead. No, he won't.
They didn't start Ray, which I thought was kind of surprising. They put a Cardell Hodge in, which, I mean, to me, man, like he's got a good connection with Penix. Like on the second game for your rookie quarterback, I'm gonna leave the guy in there that's got a better connection with him. Maybe it was a matchup. Maybe it was a matchup thing. I don't know, but like I don't know. Like I said, they probably know better than me, but it's just outside looking in. That's what I would think. I was just looking at the stats, man. Bijan 17 for 90. Penix 19 35, 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. I talked about while you're gone, just a few of the deep shots he didn't hit that was just a little bit overthrown. You want to see a little bit more air under him, and that's just stuff that he's going to get, man. He's going to get,
Look, so I was going to touch on that too. Like, for those people, he's going to hit those eventually. It's just his first. He don't have timing with those people, but for him to be that close, it was a few ones where I'm like, dog, when he start hitting those, it's just going to be bombs away because the person is out in front of him. And here's the thing about the Falcons quarterbacks. It's no diss to Matt Ryan. To see him overthrow it, I was like, oh my God, I could work with this. I swear to God, I was smiling. I swear to God, I was like, I could work with this because he can fix that. If the guy's open and they underthrowing, which was a lot with the quarterbacks, and like he got to wait on the ball. He was overshooting it. So I'm like, man, when he get that down, it's gonna be bombs away.
Yeah, without a doubt. Oh, Cass, that's my bad. I apologize.
Cass,
99% of the people that watch are guys. So I'm just used to saying, what's up, man? So I'm sorry, Cass. A1 said Blair was held too. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It was clear. Chris said
exactly.
to change that in a big game such as Sunday, but maybe they wanted bigger receivers. Yeah.
I guess, dude. That's the only thing I can think of, man. What's up,
Rise
Mark?
up. He's rising up, dog. I'm telling you. Rise up. What up? He said,
Uh,
dog. Man, dog, he had the best Christmas. Yeah, he got 2 toy boxes full of shit now. He got this thing for the car. He riding in luxury. He got clothes. I mean, he got all type of treats and snacks. I mean, like Biscuit was a good kid, and he was bad all year. He was bad
of course
all
he
year,
is. Of
and
course he
still
was.
got rewarded. So I love that little dog. JT said we got one in Penix for real. I'm gonna tell you, I think everybody. So I had a buddy of mine call and ask. He said, man, he was from Washington. He said, how do they feel about Penix in Georgia? And I told him, I said, dog, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think he could lose and get us put out the playoffs. And if he play well, the whole city would still be like, he the guy. And that's just what happened. So I think the whole city still like, he's still the guy if we get in the playoffs or not. Young, he played well, he rumbled. So he put us in position. It's just Jaden Daniels was like, when you playing Madden and the person keep running the quarterback and you just can't stop it and you get mad at him saying, stop doing that. That's what it felt like. Just kept running. He was like RG3 all over again. He said it was only Penix's second game on Prime TV. Yep. On the road in a hostile environment with the playoffs on the line against a very good Commanders team. You got to give Penix his flowers. He hadn't even fully built chemistry. Yeah, he played excellent for the situation. He played excellent.
Yeah, exactly. Ark said Penix definitely in the future. Yeah, I mean, that's so we think so too, man. And yeah, I mean, Jaden was just, I mean, it pissed me off at first. I assume, if Troy was healthy and in this game, like maybe that's a guy that you have to spy Penix, right? Because it looked like initially, to spy Daniels, because it looked like initially, I wasn't so sure that they did even had anybody spying him, which was kind of crazy when you think about it. It's like somebody that
I
can
was
use
watching that too. Yeah,
somebody that can use their legs like that. Like there was I think it was a 3rd or 4th down conversion where he just basically option to the right, and everybody, I think Jesse came in late, but I was like, dude, if somebody, like, if that's your guy, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that play should not have happened, or should have been stopped behind the line. And there were several things that went wrong, but I mean, they had 216 yards of rushing. And typically, if a team rushes for 200 yards, they're going to easily win. The fact that we took them to overtime is fairly impressive. And they had 100. I mean, Jaden alone had 127 yards on 16 carries, and he alone in that overtime was just like, "No, I'm gonna do this myself."
Yeah,
like,
he really took over.
I'm not even gonna throw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this down to myself. I'm gonna score, call it a day. We got to get, before we get to the bad stuff. I'm gonna keep again singing the praises of AJ, because I've had AJ's back. When people have been dogging him, dude. I mean, what more you want from AJ against Scary Terry?
Dog. So here's the thing. We was young, so we always praising him until like we started to see him play against great players instead of good. Then he would struggle. And then I'm starting to ask, man, is he top tier or is he tier 2? I can't tell anymore. Dog, when he's traveling with the greatest guy like on the field, and he's destroying him, like he's not even allowing him to get the ball, he's locking him up. That's a tier. I mean, it's a case for tier 1. Like he's been playing with the last 2 games, he played out of his mind. So if he keep playing like that, he'll be back to tier 1, and it will be no argument for tier 2 again. I thought he looked good sometimes. I mean, he looked like one of the best sometimes. He won't allow you to get the ball.
Yeah, he's gone through stretches that were, I mean, it seems like it's funny enough, like when with Raheem, he seems to be this like all pro, man.
Yeah.
Like he was this way when, his first year, when Raheem was here as as part of the defensive staff. And it's like, every guy, like, unless you're a corner like Richard Sherman, who's big and can run, and you can literally check anybody. Like most corners are going to have a guy that they just, AJ's guy is Mike Evans. Mike Evans is going to walk into the Hall of Fame. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. I get it, man. Like, Mike Evans is a big, monstrous wide receiver. He's tough for anybody to check.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have those guys, and that's always been his guy that he's had issues with. And he's not, like you said, he's not elite, but he's damn near. He's really
Mm-hmm.
damn close. Like
Mm-hmm.
the fact he had 48 coverage snaps and only 4 targets, 0 receptions allowed.
That's
I mean, like,
luck. That's luck.
he was barely even looking at it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, but when you could go out there and just like basically
You
use
so
Olamide
covered.
Saki. Go ahead.
No, that is when you so covered they wouldn't even consider throwing you the ball. Like that's
And
destroying them.
Terry had a pretty good day against him, I think, last year.
Yeah,
When we
he
played
locked
him, I thought.
and Terry,
So,
man, if
but
y'all don't know, Terry is one of the most underrated. Terry is scary. Terry, one of the best. So, and
Yep.
he locked Terry up. He locked Terry up.
Yeah, instead, Olamide Zaccheaus went 8 for 85 against us.
Love to see him, but hate to see him against us. He was on. He had a point to prove. He played excellent.
Yeah, he was in the slot, I think, quite a bit. And unfortunately, and I saw this, our buddy Joe Patrick from 92.9 had posted this earlier, yesterday, maybe even on the. And this is not good. D. Alford has been targeted 95 times this year on 466 cover snaps. That's 20% of the time. Compares to AJ 10%, Mike Hughes 13%. As far as other nickels, Clark Phillips 16%, Kevin King 12%. Now, granted, they have a lot less snaps than D does, but Alfred's 95 targets against are the 4th most in the NFL, and he has the fewest coverage snaps of the top 22 most targeted CBs on a per play basis. Is the most targeted DB in the league. That's not good, man.
Yeah.
And it was not good. It was not a good showing. Like we have to address that nickel position, man. Like in the offseason, because just watching a limited amount of the film I watched back, he was taking outside leverage kind of on a slot, which is really kind of strange because I don't know. There's some different things, man. Tackling in general from even AJ. If I saw one more dude throw a damn shoulder into a guy, especially Chris Rodriguez. Chris Rodriguez is a big son of a bitch, dude. Like you can't go in there and just throw a shoulder. Like AJ had a chance to drop him for a loss down there. I think around the goal line. Like, do you have to at least try to wrap that guy up? Like
who is
bounced off of him?
Because it's a guy who I want to drag, and he's in Atlanta, and I don't care if he's famous or not. I gotta get somebody. Who was the guy in the play? It was a play during the game. If you recall, if you don't know, it's fine. But it was a play where the Skins ran the ball, and a guy tackled him for the Falcons and slid down to his leg and was holding him up. So that stopped his progress. He has no forward progress. And then like a Falcon came in and he still sent you backwards. Like he still sent you backwards and they made more yards. Dog, I was so mad. I'm like, how do you're helping with a tackle that somebody's already stood up and you still went backwards, bro? That's poor tackling.
Yeah, 100%. It was just bad tackling all the way around. But we got shout out to Caden too. Caden got his first interception of his career, which was great. And he even said in his
everywhere, man.
He said in his press conference yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, that Raheem had given him a little tip on something that actually directly led to his interception that night. It was about with that coverage or whatever. So which I thought that was pretty cool, like a little tidbit that he gave him. But okay, man, so the name of this joke,
for like any like energy drink or whatever, because he could just lie and say in like the middle of the season he took it, and then oh man, he turned some type of light on, and he's been cooking ever since. He turned, I don't know what type of change he made, but he has been running on jet fuel ever since, and it looked amazing. I'm proud of him
for sure.
So my man Ox said AJ has always been my guy. I'm with you, John. It's hard to have a franchise corner, so when you get one, you gotta appreciate it. And he's gonna get cooked sometimes. JT, that BS call on Malone really hurt in the third quarter. Yeah, would have been a 3 and out, but they went down the field on a 10-play drive. But they had the ball for that whole quarter.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. All right. So the name of the show is Timeout for a reason. And y'all all know why. We get the ball into the first half. We start driving. It was 4-minute offense, go down to score or try to score. And we had 2 timeouts, I think it was, right? And we go into half. No, do we have all 3 timeouts? I can't remember. It was one of the 2. We either had 2 or 3.
No, I
and then
think
we
we had all 3.
Was it all 3?
I think we had
Yeah,
all 3.
it might be all 3. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe we had 2. Yeah, we had 2 at the end of the game, and we had 3 the first time around. Yeah. Not one was used. So we go into halftime with all 3 timeouts. And I was looking at Liam, and Liam was looking at me like, the fuck are we doing? Like, we are just wasting valuable time. We could have had another shot to the end zone, potentially leaving points on the field here just to like, what do we like? Why? Like, take, but I'm thinking to myself, you know what, though? If that happens at the end of the game, he's going to learn. Like, he's going to be like, you know what? I got to use those timeouts. I'll be damned if it didn't happen again. And we had 2 timeouts. We get the long play to Mooney and the PI or whatever. What I hit Ross. I give Raheem credit. Okay, so he owned up to it. He said, probably would have been smarter to make that decision. His rationale was basically. Have you heard this yet, Mike?
No, I'm dying. Look, you see how intently I'm listening. I'm dying to hear this.
Okay, so his rationale was he didn't want to allow Quinn to get his rush package on the field. He wanted to keep them on the field, like run up to the line. He thought that the guy should have been getting to the line quicker, and the operation should have been faster. That was his words, and he didn't want to get their rush package on the field. I get that. You don't want to have whoever coming at your quarterback, but it's also a rookie quarterback in his second start on Sunday night with the playoffs on the line. You might want to give him a little breather and set up a play that possibly could get us a little bit further down the field so Riley Patterson's not kicking a fucking 56-yarder that he can't make anyway. I'll be honest, when that kick went up, I was like, oh, we got it. Yeah, it was dead on. And then, it landed and my heart sank. But dude, like, I thanks for apologizing and saying you owned up to it. But dude, there's a few basic things I expect from a coach. And it was almost like he was going to be penalized if he used a timeout. Like, just use the timeout. And I think Mark Zeno asked him, like, is there a process, or is it up to you? And he said, no, there's a process behind it. I get that too. But there's also just hey, shit, there's only 30 seconds left in the game. Fuck, timeout. Like, I'm not asking anybody. If I've got 2 or 3, I'm calling a goddamn timeout if I need to have more time to get my guys in there to get a better play or whatever the case may be. Stop the clock so you're not wasting, again, 20 seconds or whatever it is to move up to the line. Because, again, man, you could have ran 2 or 3 more plays to get that ball closer and after that PI to somehow make it an easier field goal attempt. Yeah. So, to me, dude, that's like I said, I tweeted it. I'm so glad. If we did this show after the game or even I would have been fucking livid. I would have lit his ass apart. Because I tweeted, I was like, dude, that's just unacceptable, man. Like, everybody's gonna make mistakes, but like and this is not the first time this year he's done this. Like, he's had clock management's not been great, and we actually have a guy that's supposedly that's the clock management guy. He needs to be fired. Like, if he's responsible, like that guy, what? Not, I mean, I was just so pissed, dude, because like when the players do, and look, it's not all on him, but the players. I mean, like, they got the game to overtime, but it didn't even have to get to overtime, man. Like this, we potentially, and it's all, I hate to play in the if game, but dude, you left opportunities out there. That's a fact. You left opportunities there that could have been done, and that's just, it just sucks because now we have to hope, which is crazy. If you want to make the playoffs, we have to root for the Saints this weekend, and they just got curb stomped by the freaking Raiders. Yeah, and the Buccaneers just curb stomped the Panthers. So it's like, I don't think that's going to happen in any way, stretch, or form. So yeah, more than likely you caught like 99.9% of chance that you cost yourself a playoff spot. Look,
and here's why it's glaring. And I love Raheem, but I'm saying if you asked for his report card at the end of the season and I was giving him, he would have A's and B's, but it would be one thing that I would give him a D in. And it's I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think it's that he's bad at the time like management. I believe he gets so engrossed in the game, he forget about timeouts. Because I'm gonna be honest, the stadium was aware, I was aware, John was aware. the whole world was like, yeah, he about to call it. It was like a foregone thing.
Yeah.
And he was looking like he was concentrating. He was like, yeah, so we about to, like, he was he was oblivious. And I'm like, dog, and like the ref was probably staring at him, like, let me look towards you because I'm sure it's coming. And he was probably like, even the ref was probably like, what the fuck are you doing?
Damn.
Like,
All right, man.
what is he looking at? And it's like, yeah, you don't want him to get like like blitzed or rushed to package that, but it's more of the benefit.
Yeah.
Yes, they are coming for his head, but it's more of a benefit to a rookie quarterback, especially when you can't stop Jaden Daniels when he's doing what he's doing. It's more of a benefit if you call timeout, he gets set and you can run a play like that where and you can run a better play. And we could have scored like the way they was moving, and we had so much time. He could have like missed some throws. He could have had a first down. We had so much. He could have stopped it with like 30 something seconds left. Like like we had a lot of time if he'd have called that when it first. He just sat there, and I'm thinking, when they go 10 seconds, they go 15 seconds. Like, why would you waste that amount of time in the crunch time when you trying to score? It was no excuse, and he looked like he was oblivious, like he didn't even know that he could call it, or he had the option. He looked like he was watching to see it. He looked like he was watching TV, like he was waiting to see. He was waiting to see if the coach called timeout. He was just looking like, oh, I want to see if they score. And I'm like, he need to get in trouble for that. That's a D. And if we really got a time management person whose sole job it is, he should have been on the plane the same day.
Man. Hell, make his ass walk home if that's the
Yeah,
case.
he should have been on the plane the same day.
Yeah. No, like I said, and I mean, everybody was pissed. Twitter was ablaze and people wanting him fired and shit like that. It's not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen after his first year.
Who fired Raheem?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a huge hashtag fire Raheem going on.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because he was going, dog, you can't. Y'all be wanting him to make the playoffs. he should win a Super Bowl. Like, damn. And if not, he get fired. Like, Jesus.
We said at the beginning of the season, you and I both, we agreed. We said if we don't make the playoffs or in the division, it's a failure of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I still stand by that. I still think it's a failure of the season because you had the opportunity in your hands. You were 6-3. Now nobody saw what happened to Cousins happen to Cousins. Nobody saw it coming. Like, he was doing well and then just stopped. Could you have pulled him earlier? Yeah, I understand why they didn't, but it just sucks. The situation just was unpredictable, and it happened. I saw a report, and whether it's true or not, the Falcons believe that Kirk may be done in the NFL. He's not physically able to perform at the position anymore, which is wild. To go from what he was at to all of a sudden now you think he really can't even do the job at all, which is, like I said, it's crazy. But anyway, there's a lot of factors that ran into us not making the playoffs this year. Unfortunately, Koo missing kicks in New Orleans, Cousins throwing 4 picks against the Chargers. Well, we already talked about it. I mean, he wins us the game in Philly. He wins us the overtime game against Tampa Bay. Then I said it before, man, Kirk giveth and Kirk taketh away. And it just, that happened. That happened during the season, and it's like, would we have won those games? I would like to think that Penix would have played well enough for the Chargers game to have won that game. Same thing with the Saints game. Probably played better. Again, you can't. I mean, that's what it all comes down to. That's what everybody always says. It's the ultimate team game because every phase has to do their job. Like we won a game against the Saints without scoring a touchdown because our defense, special teams did their jobs, but nobody else did. So it took us forever to put together a complete game this season, and it's a brand new coach. I'm not making excuses because trust me, I'm as irritated and as pissed as anybody is that we're going to have to sit here and watch Tampa Bay in the playoffs again this year. But it is what it is, man. Like, there were so many factors that led to it. It's the first year of Raheem back head coaching. It's the first year of Jimmy Lake and Zach Robinson doing their jobs. Then you bring in a rookie quarterback in week 14. I mean, your defense is you basically don't have your cast of your starting linebackers except for maybe 3 games the entire season.
Mhm.
If you're lucky, you got a guys in and out of the defensive line all year long. You had a pretty healthy secondary, which I mean played well for the most part. They had their ups and downs too, but they were pretty strong for the most part.
For
So
everything John just said, he just ran off a gang of reasons.
yeah,
For everything he just said, yes, I started the season and I said it would not. It's a failure if we don't make the playoffs. But if you ever hit rock bottom, right, in just life, if ever shit everything crumbling, it's a win when you get in the shower and brush your damn teeth that day. You be like, you know what, I'm getting going. I'm doing something right. And that's how I feel with the Falcons. It was such a crazy like happenings. Who no one knew the way Kirk Cousins started that his body would give out.
literally.
Like no one could have predicted that. Um, and the linebacker situation, no one could have predicted that. It was just something like you don't know. But Kirk was the main thing. Um, so yeah, I consider it, man, a success that we got the main puzzle piece. And but that is where all the stress and all the talk and all the rumors and all the possibilities and all the that's where everything comes swirling from, dog. To lock that piece in place, it guarantees a calm off season.
Right.
It like guarantees like a focused draft and a focused off season. It's only a few things to get and places to go. So yeah, so I consider it in that way it's a success. And uh I really say this, it is scary to even think of what it'll look like when Michael Penix get timing down with the first team.
Yep.
And he understands the playbook, and now he playing from second nature, playing faster, playing more loose. That's gonna be something to see next season.
Yeah, and I will say that too. I agree with you. I think that's the silver lining in the fact that we didn't want to see Penix because we knew if we did, it was because Kirk fell off a damn cliff or got hurt again.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it was the first part of that, but we did, and we've seen good things, and that's enough to where at least probably hopefully cross our fingers has a good game against the Panthers. We win, we go out with a win, go into the offseason, a little positivity. Going again next year that okay, we've started the clock on Penix. He's our guy. We're not going back. Now let's build around him. Let's get some offensive line. I literally, man, the next few drafts, like I want to see offensive line. I want to see defensive line. I want to see we got to get after the quarterback. We got to protect our guy. Caleb's done a pretty good job at right tackle. I haven't watched enough to really properly. He only got sacked twice in that game against a pretty good pass rush. So that's not too bad. Flip side, our pass rush is. Kicked it up a hell of a lot ever since the bye week.
Again, man.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to bring back Judon or not. That's still to me, and we'll talk about more about how our thoughts next week on the draft and stuff like that, who we want to target. But to me, a pass rusher is still top of the list. Trying to get that alpha guy that's going to just demand, your Aid Hutchinson, your Bosa type of guy that's just going to demand, double teams almost every time, or at least extra attention, a chip or something like that. But yeah, that's the silver lining is you got to see some good things from your offense, and you have a good base. Hopefully, I assume Jimmy Lake's going to stay here, going to be here. If Raheem's had more hand in the defense this last since the bye week, then hope that stays because we've seen better things out of the defense. That's what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
But Zach's about what I thought it would be, man. It's anybody's first year calling plays. Not everybody. Again, everybody's. I know it's been said, but think about it, man. Shanahan's first year, everybody was like, "Man, this is fucking awful. This is not going to work." Next year, we're freaking. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Zach, but I'm just saying the first year for any coordinator it's just an adjustment, man. That's like you're learning
100% of the time.
You're learning on the job. Not too many guys step into it. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's a phenomenal 30-point game every game. There's no, this is a tough league, man. These guys on the other side of the ball are paid a lot of money for a reason, and so he's taking his lumps. And and there's folks that's call for him fired. It's nuts, man. it's year one, folks. We got to relax a little bit. It's year one
Y'all
of the
gotta,
whole damn.
yeah.
I mean, we gave Arthur Smith three years. I mean,
I think
shit.
that people have to get that it's just say it's 20 parts and they all have to cohesively go together, and that takes so much time to do that. So you gotta, most teams look way different in year two when they getting it going, when they get the chemistry.
Yeah.
And I forget, I believe it was JC. He gave me the best possible answer of all the people I asked the question. I asked 20 people that question, like how has like the defense started sacking the quarterback all of a sudden? And he said, where they started playing together as a unit.
Yep.
Where they started young rushing as a unit, bruh. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, coming from a continuation, a cohesiveness, they starting to gel, and then they more effective. And you see that, and that's in every position, and when the like the timing of the receivers and the quarterbacks, the Kyle Pitts, the blocking of like the running plays, everything just get better with continuation and timing. So, like I said, it's scary to think about what we might look like next year.
Yeah, man. And I said it a few times earlier in the, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. I think it seems worse now for us as fans because it's the expectation level this year was higher than even with Arthur, because we had, we signed Kirk, like, again, that gave the signal to all the Falcons fans that, oh shit, they want to win like right now because they paid this guy a bunch of money and we're going to go after here. We're going to, make a run at it. So the fact that we didn't even make the playoffs, and again, I know there's a chance, but like, let's be honest, like it's a very slim chance.
John, hanging it. Don't you do that, Johnny Yates. Oh. There's a chance.
Are you rooting for the Saints? You're rooting for the Saints this Sunday?
Listen, that's the only thing I can't do. I
can't do it either.
I just leave it up to God. I am not about to sit here and say I root for the Saints.
Hell no.
If God wants the Saints to win, I
100%. 100%. I'm not rooting for that shit to happen. No. But yeah, that's what hurts more though. It's just like we were expecting more, you know what I mean? And maybe unfairly because of, again, what I just basically said to you guys. I mean, everybody's first year type of thing, and Kirk coming off injury. You got the rookie quarterback. We had injuries in defense, all bunch of stuff, man, that just happened. So maybe it was unfair, but it's been 7 years, brother. It's been 7 years since we made the playoffs. So everybody's hungry to make the playoffs. Everybody was just pissed off now that and when you're on the verge of making it, if you just win this game and beat the fucking Panthers, and then so every mistake is just completely magnified because of the magnitude of the game, and like biggest game of the year. And that's why everybody's so pissed off at Raheem for the timeouts thing. It's like, dude, biggest game of the year. And that's when you decide like not to call timeouts because I mean, you have a rookie quarterback out there, like help the man out, that's I was just that's where everybody's so angry, dude. And what JT said earlier, that call on Malone, man, that's, I know we're kind of all over the place, but yeah, in the third quarter, they get the ball first. They should have been a 3 and out, man. I mean, we went after him as a 3rd and long. And number one, I'm not sure why he was on the field in 3rd and long, to be honest. And then 2, yeah, it was a ticky tack kind of, but he shoved the guy more than 10 yards down the field. So like, don't do that. There's no reason to do that. It's 3rd and forever. Like, don't touch the man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just stupid. And then 10-play drive. We don't see that we touched the ball once on offense in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
They possessed the ball 16 minutes longer than we did. And like, just naturally, your defensive line is going to get tired as shit when they're on the field that much. Like, this is going to happen, man. Like, they're human. Like, they may be in really damn good shape, but that's just going to happen. So, and you got a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, who, again, I didn't like that matchup anyway. Sorry, I had to hit my desk and the audio go off. But I mean, that's just what happened. You know what I mean? So, and third down, look, we were 2 for 10 on 3rd down again, like 20. Like, that's
crazy. And listen, dog, again, I started to
plug my laptop in real quick.
All right, listen. So I started to think that during watching this game, I started to think that I wonder if Kyle Pitts did something to like the owner's daughter or something, that he did something that we don't know about. Because sometimes, I'm going to be honest with y'all, if y'all watching the replays, A whole lot of times when we throw picks or we throw a dumb pass or we throw it away or we throw an interception, Kyle Pitts is open. Like, you know how they showing the replay? He's in like every replay, just running free, like open. So we gotta, especially on third down, Kyle can beat his man on third down. He should be the third down target. Like more than anybody, the mismatch should be the third down target. He's bigger, stronger, and faster than who's ever guarding him. So especially on third down, he should be somebody you're looking at first. So the big tight end should be the first target. So we need to improve that on third down, Zach.
Yeah, and if he's gonna stick around, then I mean we need to, like we said last show, if he's gonna be here, we're gonna have to involve him in the offense a little bit more because
bro, here's the crazy part that's gonna piss me off is we will get rid of Kyle Pitts and then spend so much time saying, dog, if we only had a good tight end who could help us out. Because we got the receivers. If we only had a tight end who could get open, and it'd be like, Young, I don't want to hear it if we let that man go. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I know. The other good thing, I mean, like we mentioned Penix making. Oh, and by the way, chat, I'm gonna get to all y'all in a second. I know we haven't. We're just kind of getting through the game here, but I'm gonna get back to the chat in a little bit. We talked about Penix, some of the overthrows he made, but dude, when it mattered, fourth down. To Drake on the money, and then again to Kyle again to get that game time score. I mean, again, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know how many quarterbacks can make that throw, but I mean, just on a dot to Kyle who makes that catch. And I think that's the most emotion I've seen out of Kyle too. And he scored that. Like he's not very
hardest catch he ever made. It was the hardest catch he ever made.
And he almost had to. It was just like it just stuck on him. Like he had to. Like it was thrown so hard. But like that's, when in those moments, literally the game and your season essentially is on the line, and you can come through in those moments. That's great to see, man. For the second game of a rookie. So like those were pluses. Again, like I said, the offensive line did well. Bijan, man, just a different cat, dude. You see LaShawn McCoy tweeted that he was in just mad respect for Bijan, and you're gonna like Bijan even more because he said he patterns his footwork after Allen Iverson.
See, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Hey, dog. So every time I see him play, man, I think about John because here's what I'm saying. Y'all will forget this and y'all won't claim this because I know how y'all do. But when we got Bijan, man, 92% of y'all was furious. Y'all was mad. You didn't want Bijan. You wanted this person or that person because we didn't need a running back. And I never forget John was saying, dog, he a little bit more than just running back. Because I was even not like, John, why would we do this? And John kept saying, dog, it ain't just a regular running back, bro. And I'm just like, I mean, when it say running back, and John just kept saying, dog, I'm telling you, bro, he is not normal. And now when I see him play, he do some not normal shit every game. And I remember John's voice saying, he is not normal, dog. Like, and he's not. He can do everything. He can block, he can catch, and he can run. He's a triple threat. He's awesome.
Our boy Trayshawn posted a video of him picking up a blitz from Bobby Wagner. If y'all see it, you see Bobby Wagner disappear.
Yeah.
Like he fucking just, I mean, beautiful pickup, man. And he said that's probably the most improved part of his game, which, I mean, yeah, if you watch it, then clearly it is. But yeah, I mean, his feet are just, like I said, we saw it at, his rookie year at training camp, just watching him on the practice field. Like, it's just different. There's no other way to put it. You see it in person. It's just different, man. It's I can't imagine trying to, like they asked Caden Ellis, like, what would you do if you're having to prepare for somebody? Like if you're having to prepare for Bijan, like how would you prepare for it? He was like, I'd watch a video of every open field tackle that people make on him and figure out and try to duplicate that because he leads the league in missed tackles after the first touch, basically. Bro, like it's.
So man, my people's at home was like, bro, I'm telling you, because you like not here and you haven't studied him. It ain't like man, no stopping Jaden Dan. They're just like, dog, I'm telling you, he is raw. It ain't no stop. And I said, and I understand that. I fully get that. But because, man, you don't stay here and you're not in Atlanta and you haven't been
Right.
studying, you have no idea. It's nothing you can do with number 7. It's nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, you will not. It don't matter who the Russians. You know how they always be like, well, the team who you going against has a great, like stopping of like the rush defense, and that means nothing to me anymore. If you tell me that we going against the number 1 Russian side, I'll be like, watch this. Like, hold
Yeah.
my beer, young. This shit don't count against him because it's catching the chicken.
Yeah.
So I don't care what you used to do, it won't apply him. And then Tyler, just when he get in, man, it's just stomping you out. It's just like you already on the ground, like halfway woozy, and we just stomping you out at the point where we put Tyler in. And I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler was averaging like damn near 7 yards. He only had 3 carries. We averaged like 7 yards each carry. And they talked about it. It's like it's a different thing. If you go from Bijan, then all of a sudden Tyler comes in. It's like, yeah, I mean, like those are very different guys you have to prepare for. Bijan's going to he is going to juke you and go around you, and Tyler's going to run through your face. Like they're very different dudes. But yeah, I mean, those are the pluses. Bijan, I think over 1,700 yards. Drake over 1,000. I'm sure Darnell, if he gets a few catches, I think he'll be over 1,000 for the year too, which is pretty awesome for both of those guys. So, some good individual stuff. Like again, hopefully, like I said, we go out with the win against the Panthers because again, I mean,
we win, John.
Yeah,
we win. Okay, man, the Saints win, so we make the playoffs. Kirk has an attitude, storms off. He just leave the facility. He's not on the dance no more. So it's just Penix, right? But he sprained his ankle, Johnny Yates, and we need Matt Ryan coming.
I knew it.
And he just go on a tear, and he go undefeated, and we win the Super Bowl. Johnny Yates, how awesome would that be?
Come on, we won't stop our show. Then we'll keep our show going.
Hey, if Matt Ryan come back, I'm not stopping shit. I'll do content 5 days a week.
We should say though, if the unthinkable happens and the Saints do win this game, then we will be back for the playoffs. We're not going to whatever the last game of the season is, we'll be back. But I'm probably going to be next week.
Yeah.
Good.
Chris said, if you all think about it, he says AJ been playing well since we came off bye. Remember, he held Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I'm telling you, dog, when you lock up almost the best, you got to be considered one of the best. So as long as you keep doing that, it's no argument to be had. The tape speaks for itself. My man Ox said Zach was trying to show us what we lost out in him.
Yeah.
Respect. He said AJ needs, man, I thought it was Clark. I'm still hoping he can develop a little bit.
Yeah.
He's small. He's really small. He's tiny. He's a tiny guy. He's just aggressive.
Yeah, it's tough. Keith, what's up, buddy?
Keith, what up? He said, Happy New Year, brother. Stay blessed, stay safe. Thank you, buddy. You too. My man Kevo said, as Falcon fans, we can't scream our players' downfalls, but whisper when they ball out. Give credit. Yeah.
That's right. 100%.
Dog, if you like him, especially if you trash him, then you got to give him credit.
That's the thing. If AJ has a bad game, dude, it is like everywhere. It is like, this guy's overpaid. He's trash. He's got like a string of good games. Crickets, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And the thing is, man, your corners are gonna be exposed sometimes. It don't matter who the corner is. If it ain't Deion Sanders, he probably gonna get cooked a few times. Crown says, Kevo said that D has been a cool story, but man, he can't start no shit. And we love D. It's hard to he be making big plays.
Man. And it's a hell of a story.
So, yeah. Nothing against D, man.
No, not at all.
JT said, man, that part, John, I was pissed the first time, furious the second. Yeah, he was oblivious.
Timeouts. Yeah.
King Richie said, fellas, what's good? King? I'm not even mad anymore. Our future looks bright. That's how I feel. It looks bright as these glasses I got on. You see me. Our future looks bright, and there's no way I'm rooting for the Saints. Dog, I'm not being
there it is.
I'm not being funny. If I hate a person, it's not in me, and I think it's like bad for your heart and spirit for you to wish that the person car flip or they get hurt or they go through struggles. I don't think that you should have that on your heart or spirit. So whenever that comes, if it's so disgusting, if I dislike you that much, then I'll say, man, I can't wish you, whatever God do to you, I'm cool with. Like, I don't care what happens to you. But because I can't wish you well and I can't root for the Saints. I don't care what the situation is. So I got to say, if God wants us in the playoffs, God wants us in the playoffs. I refuse. Okay, I draw the line somewhere, and rooting for the Saints is that line. So I will not do it. I'm just fine with not making the playoffs and grabbing a better draft position. But I'm cool with making the playoffs, extending the podcast, a few more episodes, having some more fun to do on Sundays instead of just watching other teams. I'm cool with both.
100%, man. Yep.
My man Ox said I was at the game 2 rows back from the end zone, and that was right in front of my face, 3 to 5 feet short. I have no idea what you're talking about there.
The kick.
Riley Patterson's yeah. Dog, I thought he was making that. Yeah,
I did too, man. Kerry, what's going on?
Kerry, what up? Kerry said, John, Mike, I hope you guys are doing well. We're doing awesome. Happy New Year to you. It's almost 2025. I'm sorry I haven't caught lives lately. No problem. It's the holidays. Everybody having fun. I have watched replays. Wishing you guys many blessings in the new year. Thank you, Kerry. The same. Much
back
love.
At you, Kerry. Kerry's been
back at you, man.
A watcher, supporter for a long ass time.
Turn up. MC said that's a fireable offense. You have to know your personnel. Yeah.
I mean, from a fan standpoint, but they're just not going to do that. I'm sure, like he had a conversation. Like, there's no way out there. Blank and Terry was like, "Hey, yeah, dude, like, what the fuck? What happened there? Like, you gotta explain some shit to me."
But you got to be patient with him. The score in the TD was also scored right in front of me. Damn.
Yeah, that's. Like I said, I'm not rooting for the Saints. I'll go out and say.
Yeah, dog. So that's how much. Like, so if the football gods heard us and said, all you got to do is root for the Saints, and your team can go further in the playoffs. And we all like, nah, I pass. Like, I'd rather take my seat on the couch. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
My man Ox said I love Raheem also, but he did cost us that game. I try to be I think he's done excellent. So I try to be patient where he fucks up at. And he has a glaring weakness, but I think he'll fix it in the offseason.
Yeah, I like the hire. I had no problem with him. I thought it was awesome. He gets a second chance after being that, gone for so long. He's been with so many different coaches. He's learned a lot. So I was like, hey, absolutely, why not? He's good fit, everything. I thought it would be and it sucks that, like I said, the stuff happened the way it happened. But I mean, a lot of revisionist stuff I'm seeing about, like, oh well, Bill wouldn't have, like, you don't have no idea, man. Bill probably wouldn't have even been on board to draft Penix. He probably would have just stayed like, we would just get Cousins and go after a pass rusher. Then we'll have we had no damn quarterback this year. We're going forward. I'm just hypothetically, but I can't see Bill doing that. I can't see him drafting a quarterback after taking Cousins or whatever. I've seen Harbaugh. Harbaugh wasn't coming here, man. He got the deal he wanted from San Diego, and he wasn't coming back for a second interview. That never was going to happen. So, like, all that stuff is just not going to happen.
And I just want to say this too. I think the cost of the games was Kirk. Like, I didn't see the coaching was so bad that, damn, he is screwing up the way he should get fired. He made some first year mistakes. Yeah. But when he wasn't losing us the games was Kirk, where it would be like, damn, what did he doing that for? Why did he do that? Or he couldn't make the throw, or he was wide open and he threw it at his feet. The losses came from Kirk. And I know it's a team thing, but the person was Kirk. So it wasn't the coach. So you got to give Zach and the coach a chance to play with Penix and then judge. Feel me? If they can't do it with Penix, then you got to get out of here. But you got to give him that opportunity, man.
Yeah, I'm always on the side of, like, like you said, it's a team games. I mean, everybody's got to be responsible, whether it's the coach, the players. But I'm more of, it's a players game. Like, the players have to perform. You know what I mean? And yeah, Kirk threw, like, it's hard to overcome 4 picks, man. Like, if you don't throw 4 picks, we win that game walking away. No, fuck no.
Yeah.
You can't. Your kicker can't miss 3 field goals that are like. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen, dude. Like I said, literally, we're talking about one win. We're talking about, basically, like one extra win. We're making the playoffs, assuming that. So,
he was going for it. I felt confident in my team when it was 4th down. He kept going for it. I'm like, I like this dude. Like, so no, I think that you got to give him a chance. You have to realize something too. He's like a veteran, but he's new at the job too. So he got to learn everybody. He got it, dog. It's unfair to judge him off the first year. I
I
don't
saw
care
folks
who he hurt.
I thought I saw folks bringing up his first stint as a head coach too. I'm like, man, y'all have to
That was,
go back and look at that though. Really, like, and I'm not like they set him up so bad for failure at Tampa
yeah,
Bay. Like,
yeah.
what was going on with that organization at the time? Like,
Mm-hmm.
literally no players. Like, he had a hand. I think had a hand in drafting. Was it Josh Freeman maybe, which was a terrible decision.
Mm-hmm.
But he was 32 years old. I mean, like, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that hell. When I was 32 years old, I made some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot different now in my business than I was at 32.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's changes that can be made. So yeah, I was really as pissed as I was Sunday night and even yesterday, and still not happy and thrilled about it. But like I'm not yelling fire the man because he's gonna get
Mm-hmm.
another year, and I think he'll learn from it. Like, and I was hoping he would learn like in game, like from the
Mm-hmm.
second quarter to the end of the game, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen. But hey, that's let's just hope that it carries on the next year.
Kerry said, I'm with you, John. I was so upset after that game. I'm much more level headed a day later. I love Rob, but he needs improvement. The whole world knew it was time for a timeout. Like, what? That was the funniest part, Kerry, as I feel like the world was like, all right, call the time. And then he was the only one like, dog, what are you? We staring at you. Like, what do you think is happening right now? Like, are you wake up? Like, uh, Kerry said, so much hope this season went from 6-3 to 6-7. Just so painful and disappointing. I thought we finally were going to the playoffs again this season. I'm just ready for things to change, man. So that is a perspective. Like, I'm not down, but I totally get when Falcon fans feel like that because y'all don't know how it feels to have so much talent at the start of every year that you think it's real, like we could really do something. We really got this, then this and this, and then you just sound like if this worked halfway decent, we go, oh, it's finally the time. And you thinking this is the time, and you feel that energy, and all they gotta do is start to win one or two games, and then it doubles. And you like, see, this was just what I was saying. I knew it's our time. And then you are almost scared to own it because you feel like every other time in my life that I clutched this thing, you ripped it out of my hands. Every other time I've owned it and said, we are good. I'm talking shit. We will beat y'all. We gonna make the playoffs. You embarrassed me right after I started doing shit like that. So I'm so scared, even though we're doing good, I don't want to say nothing. No, I'm about to temper myself, calm myself down. And in a minute, and you eventually get to stage 10. Where you fucking do it anyway. Out of your Falcon, I'm telling you, it's our year. I'm telling we just got Kirk Cousins. And then they do some shit, and then you be quiet as shit. You be quiet as shit in the group chat. You not saying anything at the Thanksgiving table because they do this. So I totally get it that sometimes it's just like, how do we go from 2 straight years? I want y'all to remember this. 2 straight years, the division was given to us on the silver platter, and we gave it back. two straight years, it was like here, and we gave it right back. So it was ours, and it was ours going away, and we did it again this year. So, hopefully we creep in, but we got to dominate at some point and stay consistently good instead of sporadic. Oh, this one game he threw for 4 touchdowns. In this game, he threw for 4 picks. I don't know. Like, we got to be consistently good. If we can, how can we rumble the Chiefs and play that good against the Chiefs and then struggle with the Saints or the Panthers? It doesn't make sense. My man John just muted his mic. My man MC said he is another Dan Quinn. Michael Penix shouldn't be coached by incompetence. Damn, you gonna do that on the last day of the year? You started drinking early. He called that man incompetent. Sheesh. Shots fired, Raheem.
Yeah, I mean, he could be, dude. He could be another thing. We don't know. We don't know. It's his first year. We have no idea. I mean, hopefully not, But again, we just said if your quarterback doesn't throw for 4 interceptions and like fall off the back of a truck and your kicker hits 3 2 of the 3 field goals that are easily makeable. We're not having even anywhere close to this discussion.
No.
Even if you lose last night, we're not talking about it. We're not having this discussion at all. You know, it could be like, may not like the guy. We're not talking about fire the man because, and again, it's just not going to happen. Whether you, as fans, and what if you do? Does it look good on your franchise? Like the other coaches want to run to your franchise because like you're gonna be the Browns or the Jets. Or you're firing guys left and right. Like I don't know, man. It's I don't know. And John said if anyone's on the hot seat, it's Terry. Yeah, I mean, like he's going to have a good offseason. He's going to have a really good offseason for sure.
Bucks raised bolts. He said, as a Bucks fan, thought Falcons will win this.
So do we, buddy.
The Bucks fan even said it. He thought the Falcons will win.
Hey,
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
Bucks fan subbing. We love you for that, buddy. Blamed Morris for Falcons loss. You talking about the one on Sunday? Yeah, well.
Yeah.
He was tripping. Exactly. He don't know what he was doing. He was off the holiday pie. JT said, I laughed my ass off if the Bucks lose and we win. I'm telling you, it could happen. It could be a Christmas miracle. It could be a Christmas miracle.
You never know, man.
We deserve it. Man, I'm not saying that name. He said Koo should be released. Yes. Koo should be.
Man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to find out, man, if it was really
yeah, I agree.
Really his injury or like they just lose it. I mean, we don't know. Find out in the offseason, that's for sure.
My man Alex said, I agree. You never know. Any given Sunday, I said this after the game. However, I don't want to get my hopes up for nothing. I'm telling you, my hopes is up. I'm going to be driving saying, man, we going to win. I'm telling you. MC said, Mike and John, do you really want Mike Penix to experience what Matt Ryan dealt with his entire career? Defensive-minded head coach that can't build a top 10 defense. I want Ben Johnson. Now, I agree with you. If we could get Ben Johnson, I would much rather Ben Johnson.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we think, he's going from OC to head coach. That's always an adjustment. Arthur Smith was the hottest OC that in the league, which is why we hired him, and that didn't work out too well. I'm not saying Ben won't work out because I think he's a brilliant guy. I think he's done a hell of a job. But people were saying the same thing about Arthur Smith. Is all I'm saying. Just playing devil's advocate. And again, man, like these players, like these defense, we have to give them an opportunity to build a defense. Like he brought in a few guys with this draft, but Trice was hurt. Root came in late, got hurt. Dorless, we barely even saw. JD had by the way, JD Bertrand came on strong that game. He had a hell of a game. So we just got to give him a little bit of a shot to build, at least what they think is going to be. I mean, like I said, I hope you don't go and you win the Super Bowl with the Rams and see how they did things and not come away with it with some good ideas or at least some basic of like, okay, if we can replicate this, whether it's personnel wise, you can't replicate it Aaron Donald, but like, what I'm saying? Like, whether it's scheme, whether it's type of player that you're looking for, whatever, like all those things kind of have to come into place. And it's just, it's tough to do year one. I'm not excited as I was at the beginning of the season. I'll be honest with you. Like those decision making stuff, like that's kind of got me a little like, okay, I don't have my expectation levels not as high going into next year, which is maybe a good thing. But again, I mean, nothing we can do about it. Like I said, we can't fire the guy. So that's, it'll be that way. He said he's not a tactician, doesn't even know when to call a timeout. Well, he gave the explanation, dude. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like he said why and I said, I understand it to an extent because you don't want their rush package out there. But again, I'm calling 100. I'm calling a timeout 100% of the time there because I'm trying to keep my rookie quarterback. I'm trying to protect him the best I can. So it's fine. But that's what you get. And like, like T. Terry said, Morris is a used car salesman. He's all like, you've got both sides, man. You've got guys that want him gone. You got guys that give him a chance. Like it is what it is, man.
Here's what I'm trying to tell y'all is he could be, but it's unfair. You won't know until year 2 is the point I'm saying. He could be all like, I'm slogans and I got this energy. I'm so positive and it ain't shit behind it. Or he could turn out to be a great head coach. But my only point is you would never know that in year 1, especially when you had to switch the quarterback halfway through. You would never know that because he got to get his feet set. He got to work with the OC, the defense. He gets too much to learn to be like good out the gate in year 1. In year 2, you can just the same way. If y'all recall that we did Arthur, I was fair about that. Like, I'm gonna wait. So my man Ark said if Saints play Derek Carr, they could win. Or do they want the arch rivals Falcons? Dog, I can't even say it. I can't even speak it into existence. I just say I leave it whatever God wants.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
If we supposed to be in the class, we win. My man MC said Raheem, he isn't a first time head
yeah,
coach.
we know that. Yeah, we were just saying like his first year, like as a head coach, and
if you went and you started over with a team, if you was the OC, it's gonna take you to year 2. If you went over, you started with a team. If you was the quarterback, it'll probably take you to year 2. If you went over, started with the other team, you was the head coach, it would probably take you to year 2. If you was a GM, it would probably take you to year 2 before I could accurately drag you. Now I could drag you for fun just because I'm gonna do it. But for me to accurately drag you, I probably should wait till year 2.
Now, yeah, next year, like I fully expect to 100%. Like you had year 1, Cousins messed up a lot of shit. To kind of threw the season off. You got a rookie quarterback, a lot of things went wrong. Okay. I mean, if all is equal going into next year, I need y'all to make the playoffs at least. I mean, win a division would be great. That'd be ideal, but it's going to be Mike's first full season as a starter. So there's going to be ups and downs for any, and I mean, we'll just call him a rookie, but I mean, essentially the same thing we have with Dez, right? Dez had like 3-4 games into his first season, got his second year, which was, whatever you want to talk about, whether it's his actual second year or rookie year, or whatever, but there's gonna be ups and downs there too. But from the decision-making standpoint, like this type of stuff, like you hope that improves, if that gets better. There's no excuse for it not to. That's what I'm saying. So, and again, if y'all are going to put no blame on the players whatsoever, then I don't know what you're looking at. What we just talked about, you can't out-coach players not doing their damn job. Like you got to put some blame there too, right?
Sir, he said your 9-8 isn't bad, but it's considered cool. Missed 4 kicks in the Saints lost. Kirk threw 4 picks against the Chargers, and then Raheem just had his head up his ass in the last 4 games. Young, it could have easily switched 3 or 4 games. I'm talking about very easily. So we could be talked about as a great team very easily. So I try not to sway with that, and we can still make the playoffs, but we shouldn't even be in the situation. He said should have been 12-5, sir. I agree with you. I think we all, if y'all recall, when we were saying the records at the start of this year, it started at 12. The baseline was 12. If y'all remember, he said, "I don't understand." I'm telling you, I don't even think he was saving them.
Nobody did, man. Nobody did.
He wasn't saving them.
Nobody. That's been the talk of the talk. And it's gonna be,
he cost us the game. Bro, that one was on him. But to me, it was the first game he cost us the whole year. So I can't say he should get fired. My man Ox said, and Morris got more wins than Arthur Smith did in 3 years.
I mean, that's, man.
It's been a while since the Falcons got 8.
Sure has, man.
A lot, but that's sad. Jay in the truck. He said, "What's up, fellas? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, buddy. I know it's bad, but the future's bright. Let's finish the season strong." Hey, Young, that's what I'm saying. The future's bright. It don't even matter if we lose on Sunday and don't make the playoffs. We still got something to smile about.
That's right.
Oh, now I'm not going to say what you said, but I do miss Matt Ryan too. I miss Matt Ryan every day of my life.
Oh, man.
My man MC said, "Dog, he's actually on a bunch of shit. We haven't seen better defense when we played the Giants and Raiders. Yes, they look great against the Vikings, 42 points, 38 points Denver. Couldn't get off the field in the second half against Washington. Bro, that Jaden Daniels was unstoppable in the second half. There was nothing we could do against it. It's no stopping that."
No, he took over. The Vikings.
Troy Anderson would have had to play for us to win that game.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Since the bye week, the pass rushes looked a hell of a lot better. Like you can't say that. 38 points to Denver. Yeah, we were missing half our defensive starters, and literally missing half our defensive starters that game. We had that was pathetic all the way around. We didn't show up for that game. That was the week before the bye, or something like that. So that's the thing, man. If you have if you didn't like the hire and you don't like Raheem, then you're gonna just nothing's gonna change your mind. You know what I mean? So which is fine. I don't care. Like it. Like Mike and I said the entire time on the show, like, man, you could be a fan however you want to be a fan. You want guys fired, that's cool. You want to, you know, I mean, like it's nothing. There's no way that you know, anybody should tell you how to be a fan or not. It's just however you feel, man. But they said, do you guys really want this team playing Detroit, Minnesota playoffs?
Dog, I'm telling you, I think that we could blow it. Look, so the graph it spikes up sometimes. It stay low, but sometimes it get to spike up and you get that 4 touchdown game. And we could have one of those games and just shock somebody, have one playoff win. It would be.
You never know. You never know, man. King Richard, dude, that's what I'm talking about. 100%.
Who was the smart ass that put, Malone in coverage. Yeah.
100%, man. 100%.
My man, I said Marquise has been ever since we've been to the playoffs. Yeah. The young team need experience. It will help. He said, y'all are we out of our Falcon minds defending, right? Hey, y'all, I am not defending them. I'm saying that I gotta see more before I just drag him. I gotta get more of a sample before I can drag them. Because here's what I'm saying. If he would have won out and he looked really good, like I wasn't gonna say, dog, he the best coach ever. He should be here for 10 years in a row. He might have just had a lucky season with Kirk Cousins or something. I'ma still wait till year 2. Is the point. I would still wait till I'm watching to see if he's consistent with it. So the same way, if you struggle, I want to see if that's just because everything was new or just because you're not that intelligent. I don't know which is which yet. So I try to hold on to year 2.
Yeah, no, dude, I literally said like that time management was unacceptable. Like there's nothing, like flat out, there's nothing you can say that was bad. That's like I said, it wasn't the first time that has happened. You know what I mean? But again, are you not going to like, I mean, again, if we win the Chargers game, the Saints game, and we're in the play, are we saying this? Are you still saying this? Are we still saying fire him? I'm just curious because again, that was on the players.
Good point.
That's on the players. Like the players have to do their fucking job sometimes, and when they don't do their job, I mean, shit happens sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I'm not. Hell no, I'm not defending that decision. I mean, like to those timeouts and stuff like that. But again, he's not going anywhere, so that does us no good to exert any energy about him being fired because it's not going to happen. He's going to get the opportunity at least next year, maybe even a third year if things don't go right. I would, like I said, but the pressure is going to be on next year 100%. You know, and Terry for sure. If Terry's still here next year, man, talk about, I mean, draft, free agency, all that stuff's going to have to be huge for sure. John said Rodney Harrison saying that he is too big to play so soft. I felt that. Talking about Kyle, dude, yeah, exactly. I think everybody in Atlanta was like, oh yeah, that was it, 100%. Trying to run through, man. Y'all been crazy in these comments. We appreciate y'all, man. But they are firing fireworks in my neighborhood already. You heard anything?
Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts went off in this game, and y'all took him out and put one in there. The game running routes when you're blocking tight end. Yeah. Well, that's just a thought. Sometimes my man, I said, Penix is not Kirk, even though he a rookie. He didn't play much like a rookie last night, playing a very good Commanders team on the road. Though he had everything like going against him that could happen. It was a national game. It was for the playoffs. He was playing against Jaden Daniels. That is like not the game that you want him to just be getting his foot in. He almost won us the damn game.
Yeah.
So he played excellent. My man Kevo said, facts, Mike. Tyler's a dog, no questions, but Bijan is a total matchup nightmare. And he blocks like Clinton Portis now. And Clinton Portis was a hell of a block. Man. Y'all don't know that compliment he just gave. Clinton Portis was like an anvil when you hit him. He's a hell of a blocker.
He was fun to watch, man.
Yes, he was. He was a dog. My man Ox said that Washington game was ours to win. So was that last Saints game and the Chargers game. We should have won at least 3 more wins easily. He said, my thing, keep running the damn ball. Yep.
Yeah, I think we didn't mention that, but yeah, that's a good point. Like I thought we went away from it a little bit too quickly when Bijan and Tyler are getting chunks of yards, and it's like we don't have to. You know, we're not in have to throw mode. I mean, it just seems, and that's happened a few times this year too. I think we've abandoned it a little bit too quickly. But again, I mean, hopefully that's stuff that you learn with, and move forward going into next year. Jamal, what's up, buddy?
Jamal, what up?
Good to see you, man. Yeah, dude.
He said Penix is that god. I'm telling you, frustrated. It was a frustrating game.
It is, man. It
Curry
was.
said we put Penix in a difficult position. That's what I'm saying. Second NFL star on prime time, away with the season on the line. I'm excited our future for him. I think we finally won our next long-term QB since Matty Ice. I do too. I think he played
With you.
well for the position. He almost won us the game. My man Ox said, glad we didn't get Bill. I definitely didn't want him as my coach. I would have taken Harbaugh, or the coach for Seattle Seahawks, but when we got Rob, I was mad at first, but I settled down. Yeah, dog. I'm gonna tell you something. If I could have a head coach as my pick, I love the Dolphins head coach. Like he's one of my favorite people who like ever lived their life.
He may get fired, dude.
Yeah, dog. He is hilarious, dog. He might get fired, but
He's hilarious. Yeah,
hilarious. Kerry said, "I believe in God and miracles, but I'm not rooting for that." That's it. We all in agreement. Hey, we just leave it to God.
All right there. We all right there.
We just leave it to the universe, baby. If this ship going to sink, I'm going down with it. Band playing, and like the Titanic, I'm not reaching out for a helping hand. That's what I'd rather sink with the boat. King Richie said, "Your rookie got you in position to win this game." Yes, he did. So yeah, fumble, but I understand they not ready. Yeah, to be honest. And I'm okay with that. Michael Ward, the Hall of Famer and franchise player. What's going on, fellas? Happy New Year's from Europe. What's man is in Europe.
Buddy? Love it, buddy. What's going on, man? It's
it.
late there. God dang, it's late, really late there.
Toby says, "Fire Raheem. Hi, Pete Carroll. Man, I love Pete Carroll. I can't say nothing bad.
Yeah, that's not going to happen,
I love
man.
Raheem, too.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, Jaden been running like that basically against all NFL. It was frustrating. It's like you knew what he was going to do, but if you don't have Deion Jones and you don't have Troy Anderson, it's no chance you win in that game. Trap enthusiast said, "Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to you, buddy."
Happy New Year, brother.
He said, "Commanders fan here." Oh, he said, "I have to agree about that horrible time, man." Even he's saying, even a Skins fan was like, "Dog, he call a timeout, call a timeout, call a timeout." We was all thinking except Raheem.
That's everybody, man.
Yeah. King Richie said,
"That's my point, man."
Yeah, you can't do that. So he said, if you fire him now, you won't get man another coach to come here after year one. Like you can't just do that to somebody.
That's what I said earlier, man. What kind
you had if like the first week, if you started on the Monday and on Friday, it was like, "I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let you go," because we were like, "Damn, just now I know I'm messing up, but it was only but we just don't have the time to."
Yeah.
Damn, Trap enthusiast. He was chewing up Michael Davis, the Commanders.
Sure was.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He said that's usually what happens against the Commanders. Teams abandon the run and wonder why they come back all the time. Yeah. And you keep Jaden off the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky said why they just didn't go in the dime defense and bump the line to keep him from running as much as there.
I don't know, man. And I saw a lot too, man. We were in and Aaron talked about it as well on Locked On. Like a lot of times when they were in 12 personnel, like two tight ends, we were still a nickel, which is like normally you'll see a base defense when they got two tight ends out there, just because it's better matchups, and we didn't do that for whatever reason. So yeah, I mean, look, if nothing else, they have a ton of tape on what not to do going into next year. Like they can look at every game. You're like, okay, that sucked. We don't need to do that. That sucked. That's basically what we got to hope for. Like I said, not what we wanted. And again, do I think we could have beat the Lions? No, probably not. But do I want to have my rookies and young guys get the playoff experience? Absolutely. That was the whole thing. Like that's why I wanted us to make the playoffs. I think that's why a lot of us wanted, and the fact that we haven't seen the playoffs in so long, and it would have been a home game if we'd have won a division. It's been great for the city, man. It's been great for the team, great for the city, everything overall. But
I just wanted to see a little thigh. I just wanted to see a little thigh, and it didn't show me nothing. It got on the snowsuit. I didn't get to see nothing. Trap enthusiast said, "Why did they keep panning the Kirko during?" Because he was in Washington.
Back in Washington, I guess.
He was back in Washington. So the whole thing was, is he going to play? Because he was back in Washington. It was a big deal that he was there. Jay in the truck said, "John, do you want Milroe to come back?"
He's talking about Alabama. Dude, that's tough. Like he's literally like a fantastic human, but really didn't do well sometimes at that point. like like today, like Bama lost to Michigan today. Like they scored 13 points. We didn't score a touchdown against Oklahoma. Like, yeah, he's like it's feast or famine, man. He's really good or he's really bad, but great guy. Probably not, to be honest with you. Probably move on, but that's tough. Like he's won some really good games for us, but yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
King Richie said we really about to play them every season. After them
Dude, it
numbers?
was like 19.7 million people watched this in that game, man. Like it was like the most watched in that game since 2019.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool because it's the holidays.
Like, and the implications on the game.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So, but all right, man. Well, I think we talked about the game enough, and they're starting fireworks again. So before we get out of here, buddy, I was wondering, you ever do New Year's resolutions? And if you do you have one this year? Have you ever had one that you?
No, I don't do them.
You don't do them
because like the day I think of something. Like I started like the day after that, so I wouldn't wait to the new year. I wouldn't hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I think of something that I think I should be doing, I'd probably be like, I'm gonna start that tomorrow. I don't really stockpile them to start on January 1st. So I'll be doing the same shit I was doing.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'll probably have a couple I want to. Like, I never do them. Like just
what you got for us, Johnny Yates? Come on, you got to share at least 2 or 3, buddy.
Well, at least one.
It's not too personal.
No, it's not. At least one is eating more at home, like fixing food here.
Oh yeah.
So because it's so easy for us to with baseball and stuff like that, just to pop in. But it's just as easy to pre-make some of the stuff too, but we just don't.
I got you.
So just like just overall save some money. You know what I mean? Like eat better food. Like we're not getting like crappy takeout all the time, but like you know what I mean? Like because I can't do that, but
yeah.
Just not, because dude, it's expensive now, man. You go out and eat, like it's crazy. Some of the cost, man. It's like, you go to we went to Longhorn the other day, and it's like you can't like $60 for 3 people, like just minimum. You know what I mean? Like just getting a regular, it's just crazy. But yeah, no, other than that, man, that's really I'll be honest with you, that's probably the main one, But I think 2025 is going to be a positive year for change, man. I think it's going to be a good. For me, for us, I think too. Like just
for us, I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be off next year, but I think it's gonna be a great year.
I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. It's gonna be a fun year, man. So,
year.
I know a lot. Yeah.
So, and I wanted to say this too. Like, I hope that y'all had a great season for holiday, a great December. It's the last day of the year. Dog, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but this is probably like the best, like holiday period like I've had in years. Like I have not slept damn near in December. Like I am so tired. Like I'm having like physical things that has never happened. Like I'm having stuff that's happening in my body. I'm like, you know what? I should drink some water and go to sleep. Like I am pushing my body to the limit. And I'm talking about as far as everything, and it's just been great. And like I said, it's just been such a special time. I got a brand new car. I scored the dog. It just was a great time. I got to see, like all these cartoons. I had all these snacks, bro. I don't even eat candy. I had every type of candy you could have.
Damn near killed you.
Every type of snack and pie and cookie that you could have. Man, I've slept in. I've played video games. I haven't played video games yet. I played on the Oculus. Like I've had so much fun in December. Like this has been the best December I can recall. Like I just woke up and I bought a new car, and it was an epic car. Okay, I went and got an amazing new car. And I got my first Christmas tree. I had a great time with the Christmas. Look, I'm saying to myself now, it's gonna be hard for me to take it down. I don't know what month it's coming down, but it's not January. I can tell you that it will not be January. I worked too hard on it. It made me feel too good. So it was a great holiday season, and it was good weather here. It wasn't that cold. You could easily walk the dog. Just had an amazing December. So I know I haven't posted shit because I was enjoying myself. I've been enjoying myself And oh man, I just have not, and I have all of the stuff. Oh man, I taped it. I even did some of it. I didn't post it or do nothing because I've been sleeping in. I've been having coffee, but it's all stuff that you gotta understand that I don't enjoy because of my stomach all year. So in December, I'm drinking coffee. I'm having eggnog. All this shit I couldn't. I'm eating pancakes, fruity pebble. I got Skittles. Like this has been amazing. I feel like a kid in the candy store, and it's the last day of it. So I had 2 cranberry bliss bars. I started my morning with that and a frappuccino. Like I started my morning with that. And I just like ordered some food. Dog, I got a stripper coming to end the night with a great night, but I am staying in. But I have a stripper coming. She will dance in the house. I will stay in the house because I'm not going out and even risking the police thing. But I just wanted to say that it's been a great December. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's the last day. Enjoy yourselves tonight. I know we all business tomorrow. You got diets and sleep patterns, and you want to be in church more. You want to drink more water, all that good stuff. But you got one more night of what is it called? Hedonism. Man, get it in. No matter, you got to get it in. No matter what it is, you got one more night of hedonism where all the cookies and cakes. If you want pizza, if you want to be nasty in the bedroom, go get your freak on. If you want to use drugs, hey, by all means, if you got a little drugs left, you got to use them all tonight. Use them all and double the dosage safely double the dosage. But enjoy yourself. Just if you want to watch a movie, if you want to sleep, and just whatever, get it in one last time because this has been awesome. It's a special time in life, and it's a whole lot to complain about, but it's more blessings and more fun times and more things to have fun and be grateful about. And this December is one of those times. So squeeze the little last juice about the last 4 hours. Squeeze the last juice about it. And I'm so happy that we was part of your New Year's Eve. That was kind of dope.
100%. And I mean, my night is going to be almost as crazy as yours because
I remember when you did that last year.
we got a small bottle of champagne, you know what I mean? It's a small bottle, and you know, we're gonna probably chill with the puppies and like play with them, and and probably binge some Walking Dead, you know what I'm saying? And then
I love it. What are you eating, John Yates? Are you having a special food or splurging on some like Uber Eats, or are you gonna have something special tonight to eat?
Hang on a second. No, we actually made I've got some barbecue chicken in the crock pot right now. That's
okay.
I have some barbecue chicken tonight. Nothing crazy special, but I may have a bourbon or two, maybe. You know,
I was just about to say he's skipping that bourbon. He skipped over the bourbon.
Probably have that, you know, and but last year Mike was, I don't know where you were at, but
that was fucking
I sent him a photo of my feet covered in a little blanket while watching TV. With the glasses and cheers, buddy.
Just as a crazy night as you are, but it was hilarious. But yeah, man, for real, enjoy yourself. It's been a great like month. Enjoy yourselves tonight, but be safe so you bring in the year in a safe way at home.
Absolutely.
And so that's the most important thing. But have a blast. Squeeze the life out of it. It's 4 more hours left.
Yeah, man. And last comment, Trap said, "What coaching staff would y'all like if Forrest is fired?" Well, number one, dude, I would be just blown away if he gets fired. But if he did, Ben Johnson's the only name that I can think of. And Ark said the same. Ark said the same thing, just because of what he's done there in Detroit. I mean, but again, that's probably not going to happen. So, we're gonna get year 2 and see what happens. But yeah, man, everything Mike said. Y'all have a wonderful night. Enjoy the New Year's. Be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't go out there, drink and drive, and be an idiot. There's nowadays, man, there's no excuse. You got Uber, you got Lyft. There's not one damn excuse to go be out there and be stupid. So go be smart about it. And and we'll be back for our last show probably Wednesday next week. We'll get together. We've talked about different things for this last show. We may have some different guys pop in for it. We'll figure it out. Again, this assuming the Saints doesn't win, then if the Saints win, then and we win, then we're going to have a playoff show. But if they don't, then next week will be our last show. for a while. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, just keep your eyes on the channel, man, for all the updates here. And you can follow us again. Twitter's not going anywhere. I'm going to keep that account to talk with all you crazy Falcons fans out of your effing mind on Twitter. And again, Mike's basically covers the TikTok out of your Falcon mind. We have an Instagram. We hardly ever use it. So you can follow us there if you want, but it's, it'd be better off if you're on TikTok, as long as TikTok stays and doesn't go away. Which we'll have to wait on that. And then next week we'll probably share more of what we got coming next down the line for the next channel that we're going to be doing. So thank y'all, man, for hanging out with us for almost 2 hours on a New Year's Eve. It's been a hell of a 2024, man. Even though the show is going away, it doesn't take away, man, how what we think and what we feel for you guys supporting the show the entire time, watching the lives, watching the replays, commenting, interacting with us on the shows, dropping 5-star reviews on the audio platforms, buying the merchandise, you name it, man. Any support, any interaction that y'all have given to the show since it started, but especially this year, man. I can't thank y'all enough. It's been awesome. It's 205 episodes is far more than Mike and I ever envisioned. We had no idea what we were getting into. We had no idea how long it was going to last. But the fact this went this long and we've done so much with it is crazy. And that's all because you guys kept watching or kept listening. Because we said it before, we would have stopped this shit a long time ago if nobody was watching and nobody was paying attention. So and we've met a lot of awesome people doing it as well. So all that being said, again, we'll see y'all next week. Let's finish out the season strong. It's the Panthers. We'll see what happens in that Saints game. Like Mike said, let God do what he's going to do.
Hey.
And we'll sort it out afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So
anyway, sneaking in is still getting in, baby.
That's exactly right, man. So look, y'all have an awesome start to 2025. We'll see y'all next week. Mike, take us out, buddy.
Happy New Year out of your Falcon mind. Peace.